You may know Fresh Patch from Shark Tank, Oprah, or The Today Show. This is the Fresh Patch Podcast, where good pets get it. Sit back, put your paws up, and enjoy the show. Welcome, everybody, to the Fresh Patch Podcast. I'm your host, Drew, with my amazing co-host, Mr. Gabe, on my right for all our viewers. And we have an awesome guest on the podcast today. It is Brittany from Paw Works, one of our amazing rescue organization partners.
Hello.
So thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the pod. And who is that on your lap?
Oh, this is Vega.
Vega.
Vega's my current foster. She's kind of a problematic puppy. She has epilepsy and Demodex mange, which is a non-contagious mange. But it's a bit tricky because most treatments for Demodex trigger seizures in dogs, and she already has epilepsy, so it has been a bit trial and go, you know, but she's doing okay.
Yeah, she looks funky right now.
Yeah, she just looks a little crusty right now.
Call her crusty.
But I'm okay. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, welcome to the show, Vega and Brittany, of course.
Welcome both of you. And before we really get started, just everybody that is watching, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment, like the video. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, follow us there, and then follow at Fresh Patch on all social media. Check out freshpatch.com for all your real grass potty needs. And if you want to give a shout out to your social handles, website, everything for
Paw Works on everything. PAWWORKS. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but not so much. So check us out. Check out our website.
X, formerly Twitter, you know?
X.
Oh, yeah.
Great, cool. So, just to run through some questions. Let's have a fun conversation. I know we're already vibing off camera, so let's bring the vibes back in and just start by telling us about yourself and Paw Works.
So I guess I'll start with myself because that's the topic that I know the most about. Paw Works is a close second. So my name is Brittany Vascara, and I'm the Director of Operations at Paw Works. I started as a volunteer back in 2014, and long time ago. God, it feels like so long ago. And apparently they liked the way that I talk a lot, so they hired me on as a store associate adoption counselor. And no more than like 4 or 5 months in, they offered me a position as a full-time position as a manager. So now I'm the director of operations. So now I run the entire rescue.
Wow.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it. But yeah, I personally love pets. I've always loved animals my whole life. I've always been the kid who brings the kittens home in her backpack, despite her parents, protest. And then so I kind of fell into the rescue world. It wasn't anything I really saw myself doing. I had a gal who was fostering a hospice case for Paw Works back in early 2014, and just fell in love with what they could provide for animals in their most troubling times. This was a dog that was abandoned and basically left for dead. And he was given a couple months to live, and because of his foster and everything that Paw Works dedicated to him, he lived almost another year. And the last year of his life was beautiful and amazing, and I thought I wanted to be a part of that. So that's when I started volunteering, and I never looked back. It's been the best choice I've ever made, truthfully. Yeah. It's been amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, you always seem like you're having an amazing time. Every time we're with you,
How
it's
can
like...
you not?
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool working with dogs, I gotta say.
Yeah, and it's hard. I mean, the nonprofit sector is definitely not for the faint of heart. It's especially working with animals, it's emotionally, mentally, and physically exhausting.
Yeah.
Especially in this current climate. We are really, really struggling, but we are consisting of a really incredible team of people who dedicate so much of themselves to getting to the next day and advocating for these animals. And because of that, Paw Works, since we started, which was early 2014, we've rescued almost 20,000 animals from euthanasia lists throughout California. So it's a mission that we believe in, and we're still trying to fight hard to stay here and to save even more.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So it does sound like you've always kind of been like a dog animal kind of person.
Big time.
So growing up, we were talking a little bit off camera about how you had bunnies, dogs, different animals.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about like your upbringing and how, you were around animals and that sort of stuff.
I mean, I think from day one, I was kind of thrust into just this very animal-centric life. My family, they had a ranch in Mexico, so my mom and her 7 siblings grew up around tons of animals, and my grandma too. So when I was born, my grandma had chickens and dogs and cats, and my mom had her dog. She almost named me Shiloh, so it would match with her dog Milo, which, thank God my aunt talked her out of that one. But, I've always been around animals. My uncle ran a horse ranch in Ojai, and so, like, that part of my life, loving animals, was always there. Mm-hmm. It was the rescue world that I was kind of naive to. But growing up, we had personally... my dad he's a cat daddy. He loves cats. So I'm super excited to show you guys his cat condo because he's going to be so pumped.
Yes.
Nice.
But he had cats, and we got a dog. Her name was Pork Chop, and
so good. You gotta name my next dog. Like, holy cow.
Yeah, 2 cats, Pork Chop, and then Miss Bunny. We got in the garment district in LA, and she was so sick, and she was so cool. She lived to be about 15 almost.
Yeah,
and
that's wild.
Her rabbit, we attribute it to like just a really just open lifestyle. She was litter box trained, doggy door trained, did good with my animals. My dad was very meticulous about what she ate, and he built her own garden. So that kind of family, cool. It's like, how can I, that's just kind of what I've always grown up with. And then I found Paw Works, and it just kind of opened my eyes to this world that had so much more need than I ever knew. Mm-hmm. I think as a person growing up, now rescue is such a prevalent topic. Everybody knows adopt, don't shop, and that rescues are my favorite breed. And, you can go to a shelter to adopt, which is so great. But even just when I was growing up, which wasn't even, 15 years ago, I had no idea about how important shelter adoption was and rescue world. And Paw Works has just shown me, like, wow, not only is it true, if you're looking for a breed, it is in the shelter system. There is a rescue that's catered towards that. But also that these animals truly need somebody to advocate for them, and they need the support and the help, because the overpopulation crisis is just wild.
Yeah. We've learned a lot. I mean, not only working with you, but obviously, we work with a lot of other rescue organizations, tapping into the cats and stuff too, with like the, TNR and stuff. And just, we've learned so much on this podcast about the severity, I guess you could say, of like how many animals are out there too.
It's so wide.
Yeah.
It's hard to even comprehend. And like on the rescue side of it, we see that anytime we think we're making progress, we're just swept away, and like, okay, I guess there's still so much work to do.
Yeah,
and a lot of it
kind of back to square one.
Yeah. A lot of it's education based, because the resources are so difficult, but education is definitely where we have to start and just build more awareness, to get those resources and to push for more momentum in getting those resources available to the public and to organizations like Paw Works, because you're being crazy.
Yeah, I'm really loving those fingers right now.
But yeah, it's definitely challenging. I mean, on a personal note, I have now become the person who takes like the unwanted animals. Most of my personal adoptions, are not what I would consider like my choice per se. All my dogs are either special needs or behaviorally problematic. I don't think they're problematic, but the community might.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So that's like dogs like, Vega have a soft spot in my heart, because they are more challenging for the average person right now. And I don't think that I'll ever be able to be somebody who can adopt a puppy. Not to say that there's anything wrong with adopting a baby, a puppy, or anything, because they do need homes, and the need for those animals to be adopted is so high.
Yeah.
And we see it all the time. So many pregnant moms and babies enter the shelter system and will ultimately be euthanized just due to their own health and wellness and safety.
Yeah.
But, I'm one of those people who I've found can handle taking dogs that have that high need, and it's not for everybody. And despite my boyfriend's initial protest, he now also realizes that we're always going to be a household with animals that are a little different that you have to warn people about. When
Yeah,
they come
right.
over.
No, for sure.
Hey, we got this, we got that.
Yeah.
Just want to
Grim's
disclose all
gonna
this
bite
information.
you, but he's just wearing
Yeah.
his bubble. It's
Sign
fine.
this NDA.
Yeah.
Like if anything happens, like
No, it didn't.
we're not liable.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah,
But it's
waivers
really
at the front
cool.
door.
Yeah.
It's really cool though, because like it's going to the shelter. You see so many different dogs that are available, and there are a lot of dogs out there that have these kinds of issues, and it's amazing that there's people out there like you who like
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that. Oh, hello.
So push it a little closer. I feel like Vega might have
Are you
bumped
pushing
it there.
things?
Yeah.
She's like, stop talking to her
She's like,
face.
give me
into
the
the
something
mic.
new to
I know.
play
Give me the mic.
Say it all.
What do you want to say? You
Yeah,
want
what
to
you
say
gotta
some
say?
words? Awesome.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
I agree.
Could
Take
not
is
agree
really
more.
important.
Yeah, I agree for sure. Yeah. I want to go back on the. You said your dad was raising horses in Ohio.
My
right?
uncle.
Or
My
your
uncle was.
Okay.
Yeah. He.
Do you know what type of horses they were?
He was he wasn't like he was a boarding facility, so he
Okay.
had his own. He worked as a a mounted patrol unit for Oxnard PD
Oh,
back
nice.
in the
Whoa.
day. Yeah.
Wow. I was gonna say,
That's
we don't have
cool.
that anymore,
Yeah,
I don't
no,
think.
no.
Oh,
I
that'd be
mean,
so cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Not in Ventura County.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
It's LA.
VCAS does do like their officers do mounted patrol for certain things.
That's right.
Really?
Super
Yeah,
cool.
I noticed like
Yeah.
last time we were there, they have a stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which
yeah,
is
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I think they don't have horses there right now, but they definitely do provide shelter and care. And I don't want to speak on their behalf because I don't know fully, but
Yeah.
especially during emergencies like
the
fire and
yeah,
stuff. they
when the
do
fires
care.
happened, yeah,
Mhm.
everyone was
It's-
rushing around to
It's super cool.
horse trailers.
Yeah.
And all that. Yeah.
Yeah,
The reason I
that's
asked because my family, so born and raised Camarillo, and my uncle like raised all the Camarillo white horses,
Oh, that's so cool.
and they were sold at like one of the wills was like get rid of the horses,
yeah.
type of thing, and it was like a really big bummer.
Yeah.
But we heard that like a couple of them went to Ojai. So anytime I hear
Oh.
somebody
No way.
like I have
Yeah.
horses in Ojai, I'm like,
You're like,
did you by
Yeah.
chance like maybe get one of these? Because like
yeah.
Those might be Ortiz family horses.
yeah, exactly. No, they really are. Like,
That would-
sadly,
yeah.
the breed has like disappeared because
Yeah.
once they were sold and stuff.
It just kind of.
Yeah, people try to replicate them, but they couldn't do
That's
it
so
like my
crazy.
uncle was doing, and
Yeah.
then they
Bummer.
like kind of turn into ponies, and they're
Yeah.
not supposed to be ponies, and like. It was just the whole thing, and it was like
Yeah.
a big bummer for
That's
like our family. But like
devastating, yeah.
anytime I hear like, because we actually had
You're
a
like,
coworker, she's like, "No, I know that like I used to be at a place where like there was a Camarillo white horse and stuff, and like I'll get you in contact with them." And
Wow.
it kind of fell
Yeah.
through, but
Yeah.
like I've kind of lost hope. Like talking about their family, they're like, "Yeah, they're probably not
Around
like
much, yeah.
100%,
Yeah.
that breed." So,
It's so rough.
but yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was
he
didn't
had
questioning
to-
life,
Yeah, 2 were his, and then he boarded like up to 20 at a time.
Oh, okay.
So it was more
Oh,
of just
wow.
like a boarding place.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, honestly, as a girl growing up, it was so sick and so beautiful because
Yeah.
like he had this gorgeous property right off the Santa Ana Creek, and there's just horses everywhere, and the dogs and a creek running through the yard. It was
it's like a fairy tale land.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
Yeah.
every little girl's dream is to have
Yeah.
a pony,
I'm
right?
like, we
Yeah.
don't need to
So-
go to school. We could stay here. When we had the floods happened years ago, it actually washed out the road. So we couldn't leave. We couldn't leave for almost a week because the
Wow.
floods were so bad. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was through Ojai, the Santa Ana River filled, and the floods and the mudslides were so significant that they buried 2-story houses. It was catastrophic. People lost
That's crazy. What year was
everything.
that?
Oh God, I was
While ago,
young.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I must have been like 13 or 14. So
Okay.
I'm not going to age.
Was that the
myself, but it
same
was a
time
long
as
time ago.
what's it called, La Conchita?
I think it was around the same side.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
and we
There's some
were
big storms,
up
so.
there. Yeah, and we all got. I mean, we all got stuck. It was terrifying. It was
Yeah.
so scary, and my heart goes out to all the families who lost. I mean, their horses, their homes,
Yeah,
their
that's-
everything.
Everything,
That's
yeah.
terrible.
It was horrible, but we got really, really lucky that our property was okay because it was on the creek bed, and so we ended up able to pull the horses all up, and it
Gotcha.
only flooded the bottom of it, but it was brutal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, any natural disaster situation
know,
with
like the-
animals is always so
The
terrifying.
fires.
The fires in Malibu, yeah, that
Horrible.
was
The fires
crazy.
In Malibu, Camarillo,
Yeah.
like all those. I mean,
Was Paw Works like affected by that at all? Like, did you take in extra dogs
Yeah,
and stuff?
so we're always prepared to help. Even if we may not be totally capable of it, we
Yeah.
will always offer whatever we can. And so when we had was it the Woolsey and the Hill fires?
yeah.
Yep.
When that happened, our founder, Chad, was still with us. And he was very much like, okay, let's go. Like, let's do this. We always, he's always able to pivot. And when he saw the fire coming over the hill, because we were in Camarillo at the time and our rescue was right, we could see the grade from our facility. And when we could see the fire, he was like, okay, we have to do something. So first, of course, we came up with a plan for our animals as a backup. But he said, okay, now we need to figure out how to help. So we called Tina from Aloha Dog Grooming.
Yeah.
And we said, hey, do you have a truck and trailer we can borrow? Chad had horses, and so he was used to being able to drive trailers and trucks. Yeah. And he said, we want to do emergency rescue. And she said, cool, it's yours. Take my keys. Whatever you need, let me know. Yeah. And right then and there, we just posted out there and said, hey, we're here to help. Whatever you guys need. If you need us to check your property, get your animals, if you need it, we will figure out a way to, if we can help. And he put his personal number out there on our socials, and the calls just started flooding in.
Oh, man.
And it was the most wild. Like, I could cry thinking about it sometimes because it was just so overwhelming. The need was overwhelming, and the desperation of people's voices, especially people who couldn't get to their properties, and not knowing if their animals and their property was okay. And one night started, the first was to check on some people's cows, and we just remember like sitting at the fire line, not being able to get through. And it was late into the night, and then finally they let us through. We were able to let their cows out of the pasture, and they ended up all surviving. And we're like, okay, cool. And we go back. We're eating dinner. We're at a bar. It's like 11:30 p.m. And then we get another call, and Chad's like, looks at me and Michaela, who worked with us at the time, and he's like, what do you guys think? We're like, let's go. And so we were out driving back and forth with animals. I think you guys there was a very widely seen photo on the beach in Malibu. There was like horses. They were tied to a life tower.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So we were able to help go pull those animals.
No
and
way.
Yeah. And so we were just like driving, I mean, all day and all night. We didn't stop until about 10 a.m. the next day.
Wow.
Took about an hour nap and then just hit it again.
That's crazy.
Catching I've never been spit at by more alpacas in my life.
Like, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, I'm like, just please come here. We don't know. Like we're not like lassoing. Well, no. Let me tell you, there's a video somewhere, and it's Chad, my boss, and Dennis, my colleague, 2 men. They're figuring out how to open the gate while they're having me alone wrangle 13 alpaca. And I'm like, are you kidding
You're like, can
me?
I get on gate duty? How do I get
spit at in the face? I'm like, I hate this. And I'll never forget. It was like I was just like muttering and like cursing and like, God, stop spitting at me. And I'm like chasing them. And I'm like, and I have like slip leads, like dog slip leads. I'm like, I'm gonna catch you. Yeah. And then I hear over the fence this very like distinct, manly Australian voice. Oi! You need help? And I'm like, hello. And I'm not saying the nicest things. I'm talking about chocolate. I'm gonna spit back at you. He's spitting at me, and he means it. This team of rugby players from Australia happened to be in town, and they were checking on their friend's property. I don't even know. They came out of nowhere, just hearing me muddle to myself, cursing. And they go, do you need help? And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to catch some alpaca. Yeah. And this crew of rugby players come around the corner, and they're like, all right, let's catch some alpacas. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
It sounds like a fever dream.
What is
it does, yeah.
It sounds like a fever dream.
That's wild.
Me and all these big burly men just got all the alpaca in our trailer.
Did they get spit on?
Yes, they did. They loved it. They were, and after that, we were all friends on like Instagram and Facebook, and we pop and check in on each other every now and again and be like, hey, remember when we all got spat on? That was wild.
That's so cool. Well, now if you go to Australia, you got a place to stay.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty cool.
I'm like, don't forget.
You got free rugby tickets. You got a place to stay.
I promise I'm bringing 0 alpacas with me, so
you're not gonna get spit on. I swear.
It was a wild experience, and I think honestly, not that there's like a favorite thing to come out of such a horrible situation, but the one thing that I think I always reflect on that really also, I guess, kind of also changed my perspective of the community was we put out a plea and said, hey, this is what we're doing. We're going out every single day, all day long. Oh, God, I can go on for days about this, you guys. Like, Scientology got involved. Okay, yeah. So Tom
Cruise.
Big TC.
Hey, Nancy Cartwright, the voice of Bart Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
She was there. I've been to her house.
No
yeah,
way.
Yeah,
Did
wild.
she do it for you?
She came. Oh yes.
Eat my shorts.
She sure. But we put out this plea saying any donations anybody wants to bring, whether it's food for those affected, for the first responders, water, food for animals, hey, anything that you can think of that you think could be used for people, we will take it. We will drive it over. We'll do it. And I, again, could cry. Like, I was so blown away. We had just gotten in from another really long day. And we were taking a nap on the floor in our office, and I come out, it's like 5:30 in the morning. Our parking lot is filled, and I mean like 10 stalls deep, filled with pallets of food for animals, for humans, like grocery stores. Vaughn's, our local Vaughn's in Camarillo, was bringing over like droves of supplies.
That's
and
amazing.
Wow.
I was blown away. And then I look across the street, and there is like 10 trucks and trailers of volunteers ready to go out with us. I was shocked. The community response was wild, and it really then was cemented, like, for all of us. Okay, yeah, this is what we do. Anytime somebody needs help, we'll help. And
That's crazy.
yeah, it was cool. So to answer your question, yes, we were slightly affected.
Got it.
We had cool
Appreciate that.
stories.
Full
Yeah,
circle.
yeah. The most fun, like the end of it was my employees are cleaning, and we were dealing with like a totally random emergency. One of our neighboring, he runs an auto shop near us, and he had an emergency. His dog had birth, and it was not going well. And he like comes in, and he's like, I don't know what to do. And he has like this newborn baby and this mom, and they're all in distress. And we're in our office figuring that out. And I look out the window, and there's a sea of people in yellow jackets and hats. And I'm like,
Wow.
what the fudge is going on? And they're just walking like with purpose towards our building. And we had a big roll drop down door, and they just literally walk in, start looking around, looking at the dogs. And we're like, what are we being under seizure? Like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
It's Scientologists. And they saw our post, and they're like, we're here to help. And we're like,
Wow.
what? It is 8:00 at night. Like, what do you
That's
mean? Like, how did you
crazy.
find us? Like, what is going on? And, yeah, they helped us. They got us like press badges and all kinds of stuff. And we went out in like all these like trucks of it was like me, Chad, and Christine, my VP and my founder. And we're all in like trucks with these people we really don't know in yellow jackets and hats. And they're like, let's go. And we're like,
That's crazy.
okay.
Wow, that's so
We ended up
cool.
like catching like 40 sheep, and they all stayed at Nancy Cartwright's house until they could be reclaimed by their own. It was the most. We went to Malibu, the wine safari place.
Yep.
We went there because that was super controversial. People were saying like they left their animals and he took his cars, and it was a really weird topic. And so we went out to bring hay and stuff, and we found like what had been being said about them was actually incredibly untrue. And it was just being perpetuated. Like, people don't realize when you have to move exotic animals, no matter what the situation, it is so much more than just loading them into the van and going.
Yeah.
And so we were to help. We were very unbiased, and my boss was like, look, if you want the truth, because there was like some celebrity personalities who were getting involved, and we're like, it's wrong, and they're corrupt, and they're this. And so Chad's like, let's show the truth. He's like, invited them. He's like, come with us. We got permission from the owners.
Yeah.
We're bringing a team of veterinarians. They're going to examine all the animals, and we'll be honest about everything that's being found. And we did. And people didn't like the truth, which was that, no, the millionaire guy did not take his cars. We had videos of them all burnt down, and all the animals were generally fine. They had plans in place, and they did have some casualties, but, you know, it couldn't have been avoided with... And the team of people who care for the animals were living on site. We did not leave those animals once. And so we put that all out there, and it was
That's
a
so
weird
crazy.
time, you guys.
Wow. Yeah, well, thank you for remembering my question, because I completely forgot what it was. So.
I could go on for days.
Yeah.
The stories are wild.
Yeah.
I've never...
I'm sure. Like, we'll bring it back to Paw Works.
Yeah.
You know, some of our other questions, but so going into maybe like the, you know, just rescue dogs in general with, you know, Paw Works, but what are some misconceptions people have about rescue dogs? Maybe that, especially that maybe you've seen at Paw Works. I know could be different other places, but yeah, what do you think? Some misconceptions?
I think as far as like misconceptions for rescue animals, especially dogs, is that they're damaged, they're broken, unwanted, they're just throwaway animals. or every animal you meet is going to have these problems or be problematic, you know, and I know I'm talking about it like all the dogs I take are that, but it's not always the case. You know, we have, you know, speaking for Paw Works itself, I have animals that I've had for years that don't get looked at all. They're overlooked completely, and they're perfectly lovely, happy, deserving dogs. Yeah. And people just think that, in my experience, what I have seen is that you get some individuals who want a turnkey adoption, meaning they want them to come trained and they want them to come perfectly well-mannered and needing no work, and they have this immediate connection of love, and it's just not realistic.
Yeah.
I tell people, like with animals, you have to shake hands before making out in any good relationship. You know what I mean? And so if you have, so animals are the same way. They have they have complicated feelings, and they have personalities, and they've been through things that we can never even know. Yeah. And expecting them to just have this immediate connection or just have all this training when, you know, they may have been in real experiences living in a dirt field with just somebody throwing things at them and barely feeding them. Yeah. It's not fair to the animal. And I think if people gave animals just a little bit of time and a little bit of understanding like they would want for themselves in meeting somebody new, they would be so amazed and impressed with what they actually receive back from that animal, because every day we get to see it at the rescue. You know, we get to see these animals that have been through horrible situations open up and are just so incredible and so sweet and so loving and so deserving. They just need a little bit of time. Yeah, definitely. So I think that's the biggest thing is just that they're gonna get exactly what they want right away, but you gotta put in a little bit of work, you know. Yeah,
definitely. Hey, we say the same thing about Fresh Patch. Yeah. You know, when it comes to the grass, it's like some people are like, "Oh, it didn't work." It's like, "How did you try?" Yeah. We put it on there, they didn't pee. It's like, okay, well, you gotta it's gonna take a little bit of time. There's some training maybe involved. So
I put my baby behind the front seat of a car, but it didn't know how to drive. Weird.
Had to put her up for adoption.
Couldn't believe it. You know?
Drop her off at the fire station.
That's not my kid.
Throw the whole baby in the trash. Send it back to the hospital.
I wanted to ask also too, because like we've kind of like touched on it a little bit, but like, what are maybe like some of the biggest challenges that you face on like a day-to-day basis, like running a rescue?
Well, I mean, honestly, and I feel like this sounds so predictable, but money, it's so hard. Being in the nonprofit world means I always have my hand out. I'm always being that person asking for help and asking for money. And it's really hard. It's a challenge. I mean, as a person, asking other people for their money, especially in this climate right now, is so hard. And the fact is, my phone has been going off this entire time, and I have had at least 7 messages of people asking me to take animals, to take medical case, to do this, to do that, and I have $0 coming in. Paw Works, we rely solely on community-based donations. Wow. We have 0 large financial donors. I think some people come and see like our adoption center, and it's bougie, it's in the Oaks Mall, it's got chandeliers and a big couch, and it's really nice, but the only reason for that is because we've gotten really good at asking for things for free, and we've gotten really lucky at people who've said yes, that we are able to bring rescues into this really beautiful, nice setting so they can be given the chance by people who may not have an easier time looking at them if they're in a kennel at the rescue. But lately, what we've been experiencing is all the grants we typically apply for and oftentimes get, because we do deserve them. We work so hard to deserve these grants, and we hit all of the things that we need to. They're gone. They're dried up. They're not coming in. I don't think we've gotten a grant in over 6 months. Wow. And community-based donations are hard because everybody is struggling. Oh, yeah. And it's at this point where, you know, we don't know, and we hate having to like post on social media like we need help and we need this, and because we understand like donation fatigue is a real thing, and we hate always having to put it out there when we're in this like hard position, but we're struggling. We're watching so many shelters, even community-based shelter, they're getting shut down, and rescues are closing because nobody can afford to support I hate saying the word, but like rescues are a bottomless pit. We're a financial pit because there's no money really coming in. Adoption fees don't even touch a fraction of the cost each animal covers.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just everything costs money, and asking for money about things that are necessary but unattractive, like payroll, rent, utilities. Nobody cares about that.
Right,
Nobody wants, we can do fundraisers for medical cases or things that like really hit at the heartstrings all day, and maybe we'll get them funds. But it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, really challenging. And we have our own hospital, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But even so, it's still expensive.
Yeah.
You know, we have to pay for the doctor's time and the supplies and everything that goes in with that. And it's wildly expensive, and costs are just going up. So
Absolutely.
I think that's the biggest thing, is just, where's the money going to come from, and do we live to stand another day?
Yeah.
It's hard.
To kind of like go off that, like, to people who may be watching this and might be like touched by like your story or just by Paw Works in general, like, what are some ways that they can support you guys?
Donate.
Donate. Yes.
We're talking to you,
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
If you want to donate,
Tell 'em where to go.
Yeah.
we post on our Instagram and our Facebook. Like right now, if you look at it, actually, I just posted, I think yesterday or the day before, 3 super major medical cases that we're facing. One of them is Vega, and hers is the most inexpensive, just because we're basically paying for the medication right now. But we have Yogi, who was born, he's only 2 weeks old. His front leg is mangled. He has to have a full amputation, but he's on medication in order to get him well enough to have the amputation. Bells, who's a Frenchie. Yes, we get Frenchies. We get purebred dogs, but guess what? They are jacked up. And they cost a lot of money. And she's undergone over 2 months of laser therapy treatments that we have to buy them in 10 packs. Each 10 pack is almost $700. And we've already bought in 2 packs of laser therapy treatments. And that's just the cost of the treatment, not the cost of the care. Our hospital isn't charging us for time or resources, just what we actually have to pay for on that. In addition to that, she's on steroids and different medications, and it's all because her ear canals were so badly infected that it looked like when you open her ear flap, there's cauliflower coming out. Her ear canals were completely internally sealed, and we thought she might be deaf, and it was just from infections that went untreated for so long. And now her ear canals are open, which is cool, thanks to the laser therapy treatments.
Amazing.
Like, it was expensive, but the other alternative is a total ear ablation, which is where the doctor goes in and surgically removes the entire ear canals, which is also very expensive. But also, if this dog would have ever had a chance to have a happy hearing life, we wanted to try.
Yeah.
And we did, and it's showing beneficial, but now we have to upkeep with those laser therapy and the medications, and let me tell you, it's expensive.
I'm sure.
And, you know, so if you're watching and you do want to support and you can donate, go to our page, Paw Works, or our website, which is pawworks.org. Under the donation tab, you can set up monthly donation plans. You can do a one-time donation. If you can't donate, I get it. Trust me, we are struggling too, individually and as an organization. So if you can't do that, share our socials, share our posts. Anybody you know who's watching. We're also doing free large dog adoptions through the month of June. Adopting not only provides a home for the animal that needs one, but it also is going to give us financial relief, because that's one less dog we're having to provide day-to-day care for. So we're doing everything we can to try to find any way to alleviate the financial burden, so we're not constantly having to beg for money to survive. But those are some ways: adopting, donating, sharing, anything, coming to events, supporting Fresh Patch, who supports us. It's all a win for us.
Yeah.
Truly.
Absolutely. And you guys have volunteers too, right?
Yeah,
Your
absolutely. Yeah, we accept, we have several volunteer programs that we love. One is at our Thousand Oaks Adoption Center, which is kid friendly. We take volunteers 6 years old and up.
Nice.
It's pretty easy. You hang out, you're hands-on with the animals in the pen, helping us keep the peace and clean up the mess. If you want to get more down and dirty, come to the rescue, and you can help us with cleaning. That alleviates cost for my staff, who I love dearly. But you can walk dogs, wash dogs, and then my personal favorite program, which is geared for 18 and up with reliable transportation, is our field trip program, where you can take a dog for a field trip for the day. Somebody who maybe is having a hard time, we're seeing kennel stress or depression. You take them out for a stress-free day. We don't do any like adopt me this, adopt me that. It is solely a day of enrichment for that dog, whether it's a trip to the park, to the beach, on a hike, whatever. You are taking that dog out. You're not feeling the stress of having to explain their story to any strangers. Yeah. It's like you and your dog for the day. You photograph it, document it, report back the good and the bad, and then we can use that information to promote them on social media.
Well, that's really cool. It sounds great, too, for maybe someone who's like, I'm thinking about adopting a dog, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, or like, I can't have one in my apartment, but I love dogs, so you get to take them out for the day. And let me tell you, our depression rate has reduced significantly since we've had volunteers doing that program.
That's awesome.
It started when I decided I have no life back a few years ago, and on my days off, that's what I would do. I would come and take our big dogs out, and we just saw the benefit of it, and I was doing our social media, and I would post it, and we ended up having some good adoptions. And so Chad was like, that's your new program. I'm like, okay, let's go. Yeah, so it's been super, super cool. The dogs love it.
Yeah, that's great. And I'm glad you brought that up. That's kind of going right into our next question. People that live in condos, apartments, that they might think, oh, I can't really afford to have a dog and stuff. And you can, with Fresh Patch, you know what I mean? So how can adopters help dogs adjust to apartment or condo living? Obviously with Fresh Patch as being a core product to support that, but have you heard any other cases where people are like maybe skeptical about, I live in a condo, I don't know, big dog adoptions right now, you want the big dog, but you don't really have the space, so.
I think the biggest thing for me is just taking a really good, honest look at your lifestyle and what you're willing to do, because there's going to be an adjustment for everybody, and you just have to be realistic and know, okay, is this the right dog for me? Do I want to take a very high volume cattle dog who is used to running on acreage? Probably not for you.
Unless you're a runner yourself.
Exactly. Do you have the activity level to keep up with those dogs' needs, and or are you wanting more of a couch potato? Really looking at that and then being super honest, and then coming and meeting with us so we can go with your honesty and gauge exactly who might be the right fit for you. We think we're pretty good at it. Yeah. we think and we're very honest too. I will be very straightforward if I think there's a fit or not a fit, and I will never put one of my animals in the position of, and the person in the position of coming back if I can avoid it. Yeah. But with that being said, we also do have an amazing sleepover program where you can take a dog on a trial for 1 week to see how you do before committing to adoption. Nice. That way you get a really good insight to see if are you capable of the needs for that animal? Is that animal the right for you? Do you guys vibe? Those are all things that we want you to consider, and the sleepover program is a great way to find that out. Yeah. And then of course using Fresh Patch makes life so much easier. I know when I was living in an apartment, I had a patch on my patio because my little dogs. Yep. And Richard, who's disabled, he's incontinent, and I would have to walk to take him out down 3 flights of stairs every day because we had no elevator, and Fresh Patch totally changed the game. Yeah. It made my life so much easier, and then Grim my other dog took it up so quickly too. So that's awesome. It was great. There were days where I'm like, I'm either at work and they're at home, or I am stuck in home. Oh God, especially during the pandemic, I was like, I'm inside, I'm stuck in here. They're stuck in here too. So it's a really great investment.
No, and I like how you said, one takes to it and then the other kind of follows to it. If you have a multi-dog household,
makes it so much easier.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I selfishly, I express my own dog's bladder because he's paralyzed, so it makes it real easy for me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So.
I'm like, come here, Richard. Yeah. So if you need to rent my dog to show your dog how to pee on the grass,
absolutely. I got you. Yeah. Show him where to go. Leave your dog a nice little message.
Yeah. He can write cursive their name.
So I know that we also, I love going over to the Paw Works facility and just like seeing our grass there. And that's something that we've been doing for quite a while.
Yeah.
Like, do you have any like, insight on like how that's been a benefit to like the dogs that you guys have that are like up for adoption?
Yeah. I mean, Fresh Patch is our longest standing business relationship. I just want you guys to know that. We love you guys so much.
I didn't even know that. That's great.
We love you guys so much. We recommend you to anybody who would listen. With our dogs specifically, especially at our adoption center in Thousand Oaks, it's an indoor location and they're in a pen. So we don't always have volunteers. We have a lot of youth volunteers there, so we can't always have volunteers who can walk them out to the grassy areas to do their business. So Fresh Patch has really come in super clutch where they can start to learn. I go potty on the grass. It has made, in our experience, potty training in homes far easier. I mean, there's always those stubborn dogs, but what we have heard back is that, okay, great. And what we've had adopters do or recommended that they do is if they go and purchase their Fresh Patch, they take it in the home and they can slowly work their way back out into the yard if they have a dog that's having a little bit more need to adjust to the curve.
Yeah.
But it's definitely made the process from adoption center into home in potty training much more seamless.
Absolutely. And that's something that we always say too. Like we love donating the patches, just like help, because obviously it's helpful, you know, when you have an indoor facility or like not easy access to a place to go.
Yeah.
But not only that, we like to think it helps get dogs adopted, because what we hear is that like one of the biggest reasons that dogs get taken back potty training.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to hear that there is a correlation between going on grass and then, being potty trained easier.
Yeah, so making that transition is that much easier.
Plus, personally, in my humble opinion, I would much prefer a patch of live, healthy, stunning grass than a bunch of paper potty pads, which are also a health concern, let me tell you out there. Potty pads are not digestible for dogs, and especially puppies. If you're potty training a puppy that can't go out in public yet to go to do their business, Fresh Patch is the way to go, because they're going to learn outside is now in. They're going to see the grass. They're going to recognize it when they're finally ready to go out into the public. Yeah. And you're not having these horrible paper potty pads everywhere that if they do tear them up and they do ingest those microbeads, they can swell in their tummies. Then you have a blockage. Hello, several $1,000 emergency bill. So I'm just... Fresh Patch. It's cheaper than several $1,000 emergency bill.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there you go. So for everybody listening, freshpatch.com. Heard it from Brittany herself.
Yes.
That's the way to go.
Amazing. Cool. So we've been hopping around questions like crazy.
Yeah.
So let me see. Where were we at? What's another good one?
I'm just going random.
We're going rogue.
Yeah.
You're just going rogue.
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like we've really just gone through.
Yeah, we've kind of like covered a lot.
We're just out here talking, guys.
Drew, do you have any questions?
Organic.
Do you have any questions from the heart?
From the heart.
Yes.
From the heart. Not necessarily a question, but I remember last year when you guys were struggling too, and you made that post, and I just wanted to highlight that as well. Well, like, we were already talking about it and stuff, but you made a really good point. This has stuck with me, like, ever since that video. It was like, yes, like, you were like, I get it. Things are expensive in this world right now, and like, but like, how about you just like don't buy that Starbucks today? Like, $5.
Yeah.
Like, that'll make it. Imagine if 100 people just gave $5, like, and you just didn't get your coffee this morning, or you made your coffee at home, and like, it was like you said that verbatim. I was like, that's so true. I was like, that's such an easy way to look at it. It's like, let me just sacrifice something that I don't really need, and it's gonna help an organization that is really struggling, and like, it's going to make a huge impact versus
it's
a little caffeine for myself, like, it's just...
It's true. We always think about it too, because I think we have over like 75, almost 76,000 followers on like Instagram and 100 or so on Facebook or something. And it's like, if every one follower donated $5, we would be set probably for like almost a year, which is wild to me. And it's just that simple. Like, if we had that kind of support once or twice a year, we'd be solid. And it's very, very minimal about what the person donating would have to give up. And I understand not everybody's in a financial, place to do larger donations, but $5 is, we can figure that. We lose $5 every day, and we don't even think about it.
100%.
You lose a $5 bill, and you're like, oh,
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
gone.
Yeah.
You got like probably
Shucks.
a couple subscriptions,
Yeah.
that you don't even know about.
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
Yeah.
You're losing that money, and you have no idea.
3 Netflix subscriptions. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
That weird farming game you downloaded that one time.
Yeah,
you
it's
never
charging you.
used it.
It's
Yeah.
been charging you this whole time.
Yeah, it's. I think about that all the time too, because we look at it in that way where we're, some people are like, I'm so sorry, I could only give. I hate when I hear that, because you're giving what you can give, and we appreciate that so much, because it is more than the person who's just choosing to not.
Yeah, that's it. At the end of the day, it's better than nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
100%.
And honestly, like, this is something Chad told me, and it's kind of morbid, but I think it also is very honest in a way that I never thought about. Animal rescue, and this sounds so, I think it's going to sound so biased coming from an animal rescue person, but animal rescue affects everybody. Whether you want animals, like animals, care about animals or not. There's so much more behind the scenes that people don't think about, even as far as like animals being euthanized in facilities and in shelters. Again, morbid, but what people don't know is that when animals are euthanized, they're typically cremated, and then they go through a rendering process, and the remains are rendered, and then those rendered remains go into consumable products like plastic or some cosmetic products that are not vegan or cruelty-free.
Wow.
And so if that animal is passing away and they have medical issues or something's going on, those remains are being processed and put right back into the community. So whether you like to believe it or not, the carcinogens and everything going through this rendering process are affecting every single person in this world.
I am
That's
shocked.
insane.
Right?
I like
literally
never do
jaw
that.
on the floor. Yeah, I did not know that.
Wow.
It's pretty wild.
They're going back into pee pads, maybe.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
mean, like,
Break the cycle with fresh batch.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're peeing on Buddy. Like, just get real grass. Like, that's wild.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Our products are all natural.
That's what I'm saying.
Not really.
No
Fully vegan.
animal remains
Yeah.
are used in the making of fresh batch.
No rendering process at all. Yeah. So
Wow, that's
kind of
literally
wild.
so shocking.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I've
that's
never.
crazy.
So, like, big picture, for sure, it affects everybody. And then, like, even beyond that, on just, like, a real-world scale, like, if you don't want to adopt or support or whatever, okay, like, nobody's going to force you. I can't force you. But it's a huge issue, I mean, just having pet overpopulation, having unaltered animals just on the streets, it's already problematic. I know recently, especially with, like, the mayoral elections and stuff in LA, we're seeing how bad it is on the streets. So, it's a problem that is going to become even worse than everybody's problem at the rate that rescues and shelters are having to shut down. And it is pretty scary. Like, it's pretty terrifying.
No, yeah, definitely.
So-
I mean, financially, this world is. We're all struggling.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
So-
crazy. We
Get
don't
out
know
there
what-
and support your local shelter.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not Paw Works and you're not out here, then support locally. Support Paw Works too, though.
Yes. Especially Paw Works.
Because we'll do the legwork. You don't. You could just give us $5.
Exactly. Like we
We'll
said,
do
it's
the
easy
work.
commitment. $5.
Yeah.
Cool. So I know you have Vega here.
Yes,
and, we've
she's
been
eating my
kinda
fingers.
Highlighting. I know she's been just going to town on her fingers.
Enrichment.
Enrichment. Yeah. You can put her on the grass if you want to. I don't know if she'll nibble the grass, but
this is?
instead of your fingers. Let's see.
What do you think?
For all the viewers, this is a less than 5 pound dog on our mini size.
Yes.
So if you have a Vega sized pup, don't hop off the table now.
Leave.
Don't get too curious.
I thought she was about to lift her leg for a second.
Yeah.
That would be
She's like,
crazy.
I'm
Yeah.
actually.
Hopefully she
waking
doesn't
up.
lift her leg. I mean,
Yeah.
that might be.
She's like, I'm a lady. I
Yeah.
She's a
squat.
lady.
She's a
Yeah.
lady.
Yep,
Come on,
yep,
come
yep,
on,
yep.
Gabe. Come
My
on.
bad. I'm a leg lifter myself.
Don't get us started on the bro patch
Yeah,
again,
yeah, yeah.
human patch, whatever
We'll get
we're
there.
calling it.
That'll
Yeah.
make its podcast debut one day. Not today.
Not today. Not today. We're keeping
As
on
a
the
lady,
dogs.
I'm a little jealous that you could be a leg lifter. I'm
Yeah.
a squatter myself.
Yo.
But I don't have a choice.
Hey, we're all different in beautiful ways. you
Yeah,
know?
right. But what are some maybe other dogs you wanted to spotlight that are at Paw Works right now that maybe are getting overlooked or maybe have the same situation as Vega and they're just they've been there for a while or not?
There's so many.
I know.
I think right now, maybe what I want to focus on is our big dogs, because we're doing this promotion for our big dog adoptions.
That's right. Yeah.
Because truthfully, our bigs are the ones that are really overlooked the most. Oh my God, there's so many. So there's Blackjack. She's a healer. She's a cattle dog.
Oh.
She is stunning, incredibly smart. She's making strides every day. She had a traumatic situation in her previous home. She didn't do great with another dog. It was resource guarding. But we have gotten her in successful play groups now. So if you are an athletic person or runner, or you have a large property and you want a really great healer, that is your girl. Her adoption fee is free. It's amazing. She's worth $1 million, but she's stunning and she's adoption's free. We have Marty. Also, side note, a lot of the dogs I'm talking about were actually adopted from us as puppies and returned as adults, which is a tale as old as time in the rescue and shelter world, despite vetting and despite making sure it's a good fit.
Is that just like, I wanted a puppy, I'm over it approach? Or what happens?
So every story is a little different.
Yeah.
Some of them come back because... I mean, the most common things we hear are, I moved and I can't take my dog. I guess you're moving somewhere where they don't allow dogs. I don't know. Couldn't be me. Could not be me.
Every time I hear that, I'm like, where do you...
Yeah, where dogs are outlawed, maybe, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. We've lots of, I'm moving, I can't take my dog, or... they're too active for me. That's wild because you adopted a puppy. So what were you thinking?
And also, what was it?
Just, yeah. So, we've had some situations where, like in Blackjack's case, she got into a tiff with the other dog over items. She technically belonged to the male partner in this relationship. Male and female split. Female wanted to put in the work. Male said no and basically dumped the dog on her. It was a whole mess. That gentleman sucks. But
yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, the girl was trying to do her best, and she
respectfully just said gentleman. I don't know if
individual. Not so gentleman. If you're watching,
rough man.
We got beef. Yeah, I'll catch you on the streets. So. Anyhow, the gal was doing her best, but, having her 2 dogs plus this dog and those 2 dogs really colliding, it was just becoming really, really difficult. And she still follows up with Blackjack all the time, trying to help. She donates, she supports when she can. We've had dogs come back, and I can understand the reasoning behind it. It could never be me, like the girl who takes all the problematic dogs and just figures it out. Yeah. But, there's some cases I've had, individuals pass and there's nobody who will take their dog, which again, couldn't be me. I have such a large Hispanic family. My will is sheets long. They can go down that list.
Yeah.
But, so it's tricky, but I would say right now about 98% of all the dogs I have are big dogs, are adults that were adopted as puppies. Wow. Yeah, which is so sad for us.
Yeah, it's such a bummer, man.
We can see their side-by-side pictures. Like, we did a post about it recently, and we posted their baby picture and then their adult picture, and you're just like... It was like that TikTok trend that was recently, like, when you're yelling at her, this is who you're yelling at. It's giving that for us on, like, such an emotional level, because we put in that time and the work and the love, and then we see them as babies, and people are fighting to adopt them, and then as adults, they're just so, like, discarded. And it's hard. And they hang at the rescue, and, while we love them and we do everything we can, it's not a home. It's not ideal. And it gets stressful. It gets hard because they're big dogs who need big dog type of attention and care, and they don't get it. So, there's Marty's great. He's a super smart, active, beefy man with these like super tall ears. He's orange and white, and he's so goofy. And
what kind of dog was he again?
He's a total mutt. Like, I couldn't even tell you. He's like robust, and he almost looks like he's like some kind of like shepherd cattle something mixed. I couldn't even tell you. He's so freaking handsome, and he's funny because like he'll bark. Like, we would walk by with dogs, and he's barking, and we're like, Marty, no. And so what we do is like we try to switch bad behavior with something positive. So, like, if he's barking, we're like, go play with your toy. So now what he does is, like, if you're walking by, he'll go pick up a toy, go, and you're like, okay.
You're trying. I love the effort, but, like,
that's so funny.
We're like, you're a dork. So,
Marty.
Dogs like Marty. Yeah, he's so sick. Or we have Lentil, a.k.a. Monkey. His situation's a little tricky. Like, if he doesn't get adopted and like circumstances change in the home that had him, like they're gonna take him back. It was just not safe for him. They have a senior German Shepherd. She does not like Lenny and Lenny, Lentil, or Monkey. He's got all these names, but he is the ugly cutest dog. Okay, like so
he's so ugly that he's cute.
He was as a puppy, like the lady who adopted him had him as a baby. And he was born with a cleft palate. And it doesn't bother him at all. Like, he's totally fine, but he has the dumbest face because of it. Like, you can see just, like, his teeth. Like, you look at him and it's all teeth, and they are, like, on a little M shape. And it's just, he's so cute. And when he shakes, like, when he sees you and he's excited, he wiggles with his whole body, and he's got, like, this big, hairy chest. He's very, like, curly. He's a spaniel type mix, but he's, like, medium size. He's, like, I don't know what he is, honestly. He's so hodgepodge. But when he shakes, like, I'm like, shake your chi-chis, Lenny. Because, like, his whole chest just, like, shakes. And he's just like, yeah. Aww. He's so cute. And he's so sweet. And he's just such a cool dog. Like, Lenny's a cool dog. Marty is great. Blackjack is great. Chase is strange, but, like, he's great. He's this really tall, stunning shepherd, and he had some trauma. Like, if you grab him by his collar, he panics. I think the home he was in had young kids who didn't respect boundaries.
Gotcha.
And it gave him some trauma.
Yeah.
But if you just respect his boundaries and, like, communicate with his body language, and he's so good, and he's so silly, and he like loves to play, and he's just a very stunning dog. He's super cool.
I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of Oakley. You just gotta respect his boundaries.
Exactly.
That's it. Like, if you just learn how to be patient and like not just push the boundaries that the dog is very clearly putting in place. He's so cool. Like, even like volunteers and stuff, they walk him and stuff, and everything's fine. We just tell him, like, just don't grab him by his collar. He gets freaked out. Once he trusts you, he doesn't care. You can do whatever you want. You can name him. But
it's all my kids. Do whatever the heck I want to now.
My first month working here, he used to get so mad at me.
He would. Don't come near.
I would like lean on the couch that he's sitting on. He'd be like,
get off of it. It's my couch.
Now he just like leans there and Oakley's just like.
And he goes like this. He's like, pet my belly.
That's
you're back.
Grim is. Grim is like that, but like over me. Like, if you come in my house, like, even with my boyfriend, who he loves, surprisingly, because Grim is one of those dogs to me where it's like, I put in the time and the work, and I see all the benefit and the reward, and he loves me so truly and so dearly, and it's something that I actually don't think I ever felt before and I've had animals my whole life, but this dog, it's like, he looks at me, and it's so stupid to say it, but like, it sounds so weird. He looks at me, and he treats me like, you saved my life, and it's wild, because when I got him years ago, before he was my dog, 3 years before he was my dog, they brought him to me, his crate's wrapped in a quilt with bungee cords all around it, and I'm like, red flag, what is going on with this dog? And you're just trying to get naked. Nudity alert, we're taking her clothes off, and it's public. A little questionable. Wow, I'm crunchy. So they gave me this dog, and I'm like, what is that? And they're like, oh, he attacks you when you make eye contact. And I'm like, oh, say less. I love problematic dogs. And so sure enough, I take him back to the rescue. He's being vicious. Like, he's like headbutting the cage. Like, he's being crazy. Yeah. So my staff, just to make them fear me more, I guess, I said, okay, I go put 2 pairs of pants on, a bunch of hoodies on. We have Kevlar bike gloves, put those on. I climb into an X pen and close it all the way around me. I go, okay, dump him in the kennel with me. And they're like, are you kidding me? And I'm like, yeah, just dump him in. They're like, okay.
Like, I got the protection on.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. So he sure enough tries to attack me for, it felt like ever. And I'm just sitting there, not doing anything, not saying a word. I'm just sitting there until he calms down because he's tired. He's just like panting, looking at me.
She's like, oh, this is a tough
one. Who are you?
This is a tough one to crack.
And I go, okay. And I just pick him up, and I put him in a kennel and gave him some food, and I left him alone. And the next day I come in, and he was like, that's my best friend. Like, just like fighting to get out of the cage, but this time to kiss me, to love on me. And I'm like, okay. And ever since then, he was like my best buddy. Wow. He was problematic for sure. Like, he was many people's first bites. Like, people now, like my staff, they're like, that was my first bite. I'm like, oh, he christened you into the family.
Aww.
So, and, you know, after 3 years, he just still remained pretty, like, problematic, where we got him to this place where he could hang out with the volunteers and the people that he knew, but if they tried to touch him and he wasn't ready, or if their hand lingered too long after a treat, he would bite them. And my boss was finally like, Brittany, we have to do something with this dog. And he's like, you're something. And I was like, great.
You are that something.
And we tried everything. We did training. We did fluoxetine. We did activity training. So like fluoxetine is Prozac. We did trazodone.
Gotcha.
We did gabapentin. And nothing really worked, like, as a solution, I should say. The only thing that helped was me advocating for him, me just caring for him and giving him what he needed, and not putting him in positions where I knew he'd be set up to fail. And now he's pretty cool. Like, he can go in public with me. He could be on leash, off leash. As long as I just tell people, like, don't touch my dog, and they don't, he's fine. He used to go and attack people. Now he's just chilling.
Aww.
So, but yeah, but he's the best. I don't even know why I started talking about him, but I love him so much. Like, he's the only dog, like, if he could live in my flesh, he would. Where, like, Richard, my cute special needs man, he would leave me for a piece of pepperoni. Like, he's like no loyalty to me at all.
That's so funny.
Shout out Grim. He sounds like a cool guy.
Yeah.
He's the best.
Sweet. So to wrap things up on the pod, any fun initiatives going on for Paw Works besides the big dog adoptions, but any more events or anything that you want to give a shout out for?
I think, right now, honestly, I don't really have a lot going on. There's a lot hanging in the balance. You know, financially, we're not doing too much right now. We do have our Yolanda's fundraiser in Camarillo coming up in September. Peep the socials for the exact date. I think it's September 19th or 14th. I can't remember. I just made the flyers.
Day after my birthday.
Is that a year from the last one?
Almost. I think the last one was in October.
That's crazy.
I know. Wild, right?
Gosh, yeah,
it was
I feel like
fun.
we're just there.
We raised so much money.
Good.
I think we raised over like $5,000 or something on the raffle, which was so cool. So if you don't know and you're watching and you're local to Ventura County, every year for the past couple of years, Paw Works has done a large fundraiser at Yolanda's in Camarillo, where if you go to our socials, we have little flyers. We also have them to be handed out in our hospital in Thousand Oaks and our adoption center in Thousand Oaks and our rescue, which is in Oxnard, right down the street from Fresh Patch. And if you bring it in, they donate 20% of your whole meal total to Paw Works, whether it's at the bar, dine-in, or takeout. And we also are all on the patio. Our team is there all night. We do a huge raffle fundraiser. Last year, I think we had like 28 large raffle items, which are really cool, fun raffle items, like golf experiences, lots of booze, coffee, Fresh Patch. Yeah. And it's super successful, and it's so fun. Like, we have so many local people who support us, who know us, and we just see so many familiar faces, but also fresh faces. And we raise really great money, and we do it with a margarita in our hands, happiness in our hearts.
Bean dip. Going down.
Oh,
the bean dip. Get out of here.
You showed me the sampler platter.
The sampler platter
changed my life.
You're welcome.
So good. Yeah. And we get to support a local business in the meantime. So, and all the businesses in the raffle, they get, into new homes and stuff like that too. So check us out. Check our socials for that. That's coming up. Outside of that, we don't really have anything on the radar right now. We are gearing up to hopefully, and I might be saying too much than I should, but we are also hopefully going to be very soon offering very low-cost spay and neuter initiatives at our hospital in Thousand Oaks. Wow. So if you're in the community and you're affected by the crisis that is our economy right now, and you need assistance with spaying and neutering your pet, Paw Works might be able to help you with that.
Amazing.
So we're working on that. Yeah.
Nice.
But,
that's cool.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that'd be game changing. Amazing.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Well,
that's nice.
Thank you so much for hopping on the Fresh Patch podcast today.
Yeah,
this has been great hosting you and showing you the facilities and everything.
It's so impressive, you guys watching, like blown away. Impressive. It's so cool.
We try to keep it cool around here at Fresh Patch,
You guys are the
but
best.
yeah. So for everyone listening, watching, hit that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. Podcast. Follow at Fresh Patch on all socials, freshpatch.com for your real grass potty needs, treats, poop bags. We got you covered. And then check out pawworks.org. Make some donations. Follow their socials as well. Anything helps, like we said. And yeah, appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate you again, Brittany. And we will see you all on the next episode.
Woohoo.
Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Fresh Patch Podcast, where good pets get it. We hope you enjoyed the show. Give us a like or a follow and shop all real grass supplies at freshpatch.com.